Salutations, startled shipmates. Automatic here for Automatic Games. Thanks for joining me for Season 2, Episode 1 of our XCOM 2 series. I've decided to name this second season Hammer Down, which has different meanings in different quarters. If you're at a bar and somebody says hammer down, that's your cue to take a drink. In trucker lingo, it means to lay on the gas or accelerate. In US military terminology, it means to write off an untenable position. So you withdraw your troops from an area and then level that same area? Well, you've subjected that place to hammer down protocol. But perhaps the most widely accepted and recognized usage of that phrase is bringing the hammer down on something, to subject it to scrutiny or to exact force upon it. And honestly, I'm naming this season that for all of those reasons. Maybe not the drinking reason, but all the other reasons anyhow. So as you can see, Advent wants to bring the hammer down on us. They have dispatched a UFO to shoot us down.
Remote reconnaissance indicates the aliens have a UFO hunting for our position. We need to be careful about where we pick our flight paths.
Now, we are scanning the location of a destroyed convoy in hopes of extracting some supplies from that location. But in the meantime, Kevin Wolf has completed his Ranger training, and I will likely assign him to Bravo Squad. Back to the geoscape. We'll go ahead and continue the scan.
I do not think I could have predicted this outcome, though it is intriguing.
Well, let's have a look.
Advent has legions of these mechanized units out there helping to keep the peace. As far as I can tell, they're fully automated and armed to the teeth.
Yep, I'd draw the same conclusion, Shen. So now we can develop the Gremlin Mark II, which enhances hacking skills for a specialist. We can also use Blue Screen Protocol, which gives us a leg up against mechanized enemies. Now, as to our next area of research, I want to get into Gauss weapons. That will allow us to make heavy machine guns that are made from the magnetic technology, and sniper rifles.
Work begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
So yeah, we want to get into that.
I've seen members of the crew quietly glancing at the scar on my neck. If I wasn't forced to remove the chip myself, the incisions might have been cleaner.
Don't sweat it, Dr. Ty. The enlisted men will talk. Now, we're going to start training yet another recruit. Christian Arnold, codenamed Reaper. We want him to undergo sharpshooter training. And what I believe I will do is have him replace Cider in Charlie's squad. Okay, back to the scan.
Priority message coming through, Commander. Putting it on screen now.
Fine.
I had high hopes for the Resistance under your leadership, Commander, and you have outdone yourself.
Excellent, so we have another supply drop. So good. Damn. So a lot of Advent projects underway. One that adds faceless to each mission. One that makes the recruitment of soldiers... Well, no, actually, that makes supplies more sparse. Oh, it's all bad stuff, no matter which way you look at it. Okay, so they're giving us information about that supply drop, which we will get to as soon as we're done scanning for this supply convoy.
Resource located.
Which we have just concluded. Alright. You know, actually, before we go after the supply drop, I want to pick up this engineer. It's over here by the Great Lakes. So, we're going to set course there and initiate a scan. Granted, it's going to take 6 days, but once that scan is concluded, then we'll set course to the supply drop. It is about time.
Maximum power consumption reached.
Oh, the shielded power coil. Yeah, we're gonna initiate construction of a power relay.
Initiated.
So we will dedicate an engineer to that effort. And meanwhile, we are going to have the other two engineers start clearing out another chamber. Specifically this one, of course, and so let the excavation begin. Okay. Back to the geoscape, where we will continue our scan for that engineer's location. Okay, Christian Arnold has completed his training. And so yeah, as noted, he will fall in with Charlie's squad. Alright, hopefully we can conclude this scan with no further...
Commander, that UFO contact has us locked in. We have to take evasive maneuvers.
Oh, hell. We need to move.
Setting course for Sector 9, Western United States.
Someone get me a damage report.
We've got a problem.
Only one?
They've just dropped some sort of spike outside. It's generating the same type of pulse that knocked us out of the sky.
They don't want us. They want the ship. Isn't there some way you can override it?
Not from here. I can't get our engines online while it's out there.
Commander, we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Destroying that spike is our only chance at getting out of here. We can't let the aliens take this ship.
Well, Bravo squad went out last, so Corky's squad, Charlie's squad is on deck. That means they're prepared to move out. Assemble them. It's time to send them out. Charlie includes squad leader Frederick Wydra, codenamed Corky, and his old friend, John Clayton, codenamed CJ, who is going in with the Mimic Beacon. Now filling in for Cider is Christian Arnold, codenamed Reaper, and another new face, Gary Hillsdale, codenamed Bard, and another old friend, Thomas Trumpet, codenamed Titanium. Last but certainly not least, Troy Black, codenamed Blackwidow, is going in with the Frost Bomb. Well, Charlie, get out there and make us all proud. Defend this ship. And Charlie has certainly earned the reputation of a hard-fighting, aggressive squad. I hope they live up to that reputation this day.
Menace 1-5, situation critical. Primary Avenger systems are offline and hostiles are moving to engage. Shen, any updates?
Commander, we've got a critical system failure. The Avenger is dead in the water. I'm diverting reserve power to the scanners and they're picking up a powerful radiation source nearby. We need to locate and destroy whatever it is disrupting our system.
A bigger problem, Commander. We're picking up heavy comm traffic. Dozens of Advent transports are inbound on our position, and they've got battleships in tow. The aliens are sending everything they've got. We have to get this ship off the ground or we may not make it out of this one.
As you may expect if you watch Season 1, Corky is urging his boys forward at all due haste. And I just rewatched Season 1 myself, and I noted that when Corky was first brought aboard the Avenger, he was rescued from a rather perilous situation in an abandoned colony. Well, he had 2 members of Charlie's squad with him at that time. Appropriately, he had CJ with him, his right-hand man.
Confirmed.
And he also had Titanium, the squad medic, with him. And I think this would go a long way in explaining how it is that Titanium has grown so accustomed to Corky's methodology. And it certainly explains how CJ could be such a hardcore advocate of the Corky doctrine. Black Widow, on the other hand, he was just coming to accept the way Corky operated when Cider was killed in the field. And I think when that transpired, Black Widow kind of took a step back and he asked himself, has Cider been right all along? Is Corky gonna get us all killed? And I would say that he actually confronted Corky about that very thing. But anyways, as to the 2 new guys, Christian certainly is aware of the fate of his predecessor, but Christian and Gary are so new to the XCOM program that they can't in any way fully appreciate the stigma that surrounds Charlie's squad. This mech is coming in close. He's right there amongst the squad. Now this stun lancer is advancing, closing in toward Corky. It takes a swing, and it misses. Obviously, altogether fortunate. Unfortunately, here comes another. Also closing in toward Corky, and this one hits. Corky is wounded and disoriented. Damn it.
Commander, I'm sending reinforcements in from the Avengers reserves.
Javier Valdez, Alpha Squad leader, has just joined the fight. Apparently, he had enough gear on hand to get out here in time. And Corky, despite being disoriented, he's going to go ahead and take a shot at and ultimately kill this stun lancer. Then he's going to continue to urge his men forward. CJ will, of course, heed the call and rush up by his commander's side. Meanwhile, more Advent forces join the fray. Let's see, CJ is going to go ahead and deploy the Mimic Beacon. This in hopes that the Advent forces will focus on it, thus affording Charlie the capability to advance unimpeded. Albeit momentarily, right? Now, Arnold's moved up, he's going to spin around and shoot at that stun lancer, and he inflicts good damage indeed. Let's see, Titanium will do likewise. They'll come up with the squad and aim at the same stun lancer in hopes of putting it down. Which he does.
X-ray neutralized.
And this frees up Gary to go ahead and take a shot at that mech. After all, the mech is already severely damaged. And now it's broken. Black Widow is bringing up the rear, perhaps a reflection of his hesitancy. I said that he confronted Corky about Corky's methods. And how would Corky respond to that? Well, he responds by saying, the sooner that you accept that you're already a dead man, the sooner you will be useful to this squad. And of course, that's not going to sit well with Black Widow. I mean, the way he sees it, the way anybody could see it, Black Widow's already been useful to this squad, so needless to say, that kind of discourse generates animosity. Now, much to CJ's delight, forces are focusing on that Mimic Beacon. Well, not so much with this Muton who's moving towards the Avenger, but the Stun Lancer focused on the beacon.
Taking fire over here!
A shot and a miss from the dark. This Viper's also going after the Avenger, but it's coming right into view of Javier Valdez. Acid the sectoid? Yep. Shoots at the beacon. And likewise with that sectoid. See, they're not so smart. The stun lancer is cursing the beacon.
Commander, we can't let the alien troops get access to the Avengers systems. If they have the original command codes, they could initiate a full shutdown of the power core. If that happens, there's no way we're getting off the ground before they overrun us.
I think we're gonna have Valdez use Rupture on that Viper. Granted, that's gonna cost more ammo, but it stands a chance of putting her down in one hit. Unless it doesn't. Well, crap. Okay, so we're gonna have to have somebody, how is it Valdez's turn? Still. I don't recall equipping him with a hair trigger, but I'll take it. And she'll take it to the face.
Target eliminated.
You know, maybe it's a side effect of Rupture, I don't know. Either way, Blackwidow is going to go ahead and advance and turn his attention and some gunfire onto this stun lancer, thereby removing it from the grid.
Taken care of.
Next, Corky is going to press forward, all the while telling his troops to move, move, move. Come on.
Medic 1-5, we have visual confirmation on the disruptor. Destroy the before it's too late. Steer clear of those berserkers. They can't do much from range, but they're lethal up close.
This is their first encounter with the berserker. While he wants to fire at the device, he's gotta shoot at that berserker. He does, and good damage. Dude is pissed. Okay, so CJ, where are you? CJ's gonna move up by Corky. And oh, he's got a good shot on that sectoid. He's gonna take it, and he takes the sectoid out of the equation. Next up, Titanium is going to move up by his squad leader. And same deal, he doesn't like what he sees, so he's going to shoot at it. Yeah, going after that berserker, inflicting pretty good injury. Bard will move up. And Bard spies a sectoid. And he hurts it too.
Could use some ammo over here.
As for Reaper, he could finish it. Or okay, meanwhile he's got Corky saying, "You, come on." So he will do just that. He'll move forward.
Moving.
Even so, he's gonna draw a sidearm and still take a shot at that sectoid down there. And to good effect.
It's down.
It sure is. Yeah, I mean, Corky's not stopping with that. He's constantly telling him, let's go, let's go, let's go, move. Man, okay, that Mouton just ran right past Valdez, and this berserker is... What? Okay. Alright, the berserker's going berserk. He's attacking his own guys. Meanwhile, this stun lancer is coming up, going after Blackwidow. Either way, it's a miss.
Heavy fire.
Sectoid repositions. Repositions again. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Commander, I'm sending reinforcements in from the Avengers reserves.
Okay, we've got another soldier coming out to help us.
We've got a hostile target in position to board the ship.
I know. Yep, we've got this Mouton. And so Valdez is going to take a shot after reloading. Nice. And as you can see, it's Lead that joined us out here. Granted, Lead didn't have time to grab his shirt, but he had time to grab his bolt caster. And don't the Mouton know it?
Hostile terminated.
All right.
That's the last of them, Commander. We've taken out the remaining hostiles threatening the ship.
So, Corky's gonna come up to Cliff's Edge. And, you know, honestly, his priority is shooting at that wave emitter. I mean, his life is a secondary concern. Nice, got good damage.
Weapons burning ammo fast!
And he's ordering his men to do the same, but you know what, CJ, he's focused on this stun lancer. He wants to give it a little bit of its own medicine. And he does, cutting the thing down.
Kill confirmed.
And that'll free up the rest of the squad to advance.
Heading out.
So Reaper moves up, and he's motivated by fear. He'd love to fire at that device, but that berserker, I mean, he's got to hit that, and he does. Titanium's moving up.
Heading out.
And being a little more disciplined, he is going for the device. Good damage again.
Guns dry.
So Bart is moving up. No cover for you.
Moving on.
Corky's telling him, get up here next to me. And, now Corky's telling him, no, shoot at the device. Fire, soldier. Excellent, excellent. The device is gone.
Target destroyed. Excellent work, Menace 1-5. Shen, what's our status?
Whatever it was, destroying it seems to have lifted the disruption field. Engine control systems are coming back online. We should be clear to take off within 60 seconds.
Commander, we can take off on your order. We should get the squad on board and get moving.
Let's see, Blackwidow's gonna come up, see what that explosion was.
Moving out.
And he's like, holy hell, what is that? Kill it. And he does. Yeah, good.
Target neutralized.
Okay, so now it's just a matter of getting aboard the Avenger. This stun lancer's moving forward. Opening up on Corky, but it's a miss.
Yeah, I can't move. They're on the move.
Sectoid's going for the Avenger.
Hostiles advancing on our position.
That Sectoid's dead, for sure.
The situation just got worse. Resistance outposts are reporting enemy transports on the move across this region. They're getting ready for an all-out assault. Commander, we've got a hostile target in position to board the ship.
Now, before Charlie effects a full withdrawal, Corky's gonna take a parting shot at this, well, I called him a stun lancer, but in reality he's an advanced trooper. Or he was. You know, whatever he did for a living doesn't really matter at this point, once he's lying dead alongside that pond. Anyhow, CJ's gonna start falling back. He's gonna stop short and go into Overwatch.
Affirmative, covering now.
And that'll be par for the course in terms of how every member of Charlie is gonna fall back. Granted, when they're approaching the enemy, they're at a full sprint. Damn the torpedoes. But as they retrograde here, it's gonna be a very orderly withdrawal. No, if they're not falling back and reloading, they're falling back and going into Overwatch. Of course, with the exception of Corky, since he already fired.
Ready to rock.
And perhaps as a result of that, you know what, we'll have Bard stay put. He'll reload and go into Overwatch, staying with his squad leader. And as to this sectoid, who is face to face with Lead.
Oh yeah.
See ya, sectoid. That'll do.
Target eliminated. That's the last of them, Commander. We've taken out the remaining hostiles.
Old School's gonna come around and get behind good cover.
Got it covered.
Ultimately, he and Lead wanna cover Charlie's withdrawal to the Avenger. And here comes the cavalry. Rolling 4 deep, are we? Interesting. You know, it goes without saying, they want to exact some casualties upon us before we can get the hell out of here. But I think you know, again, if we withdraw in an orderly fashion using Overwatch, we can minimize such casualties.
Armor's still holding.
Great. Nice.
Got him. The cavalry's here.
Here comes more of them.
Menace 1-5, be advised, we've picked up hostile reinforcements inbound on your position.
And so it's about time Corky start moving.
Headed there now.
Go part way back and then into Overwatch. CJ will continue using the same pattern.
On Overwatch.
As for Reaper, oh, he can't help himself. He's new. He had to bag him an Advent officer.
Kill confirmed.
I just hope his slow withdrawal doesn't catch up with him.
On your order.
Titanium falling back.
Closing on target
Hillsdale going to Overwatch. Old School will stay in Overwatch. Well, he'll reload and stay in Overwatch. And Lead will reload, go into Overwatch. I'm sorry if I'm starting to sound repetitive, but you know, it's just the way we're doing it. And Blackwidow. You know, one has to wonder what he thinks of Corky at this point. I mean, so many people can say what they want about his approach. But can he not just save the Avenger from certain destruction? And I don't mean to say he did it single-handedly. Certainly, Charlie's squad will be accredited with that, but they did so under his leadership. There's no question the other two squad leaders would have gone about this mission quite differently. I mean, I wouldn't have done the mission this way if I wasn't trying to play it in the spirit of squad leader Wydra. I certainly would have taken more cover.
Target eliminated.
You know, I probably would have used a ranger to employ some stealth and go up one flank or the other and attack the device. Oh. Get him. Who was that?
It's down.
Was that CJ? That was nice. I'm sorry, but that was midair. This guy's not going anywhere, is he? Come on. Come on, no. And so, yeah, I guess you gotta kind of wonder if Blackwidow is revising his critical position as it relates to Corky. I mean, after all, he's gotta kind of think, damn, as hard as I am on this guy, he's getting it done.
Good copy. Moving on target.
And frankly, I'm a little surprised.
I'm on it.
I guess, I don't know. It's just kind of amazing that this approach is sometimes working. Sometimes, every mission that they've gone on has been a success. It's just a matter of how many casualties they incur or if they take any deaths, as they did with Cider. But I'm altogether kind of surprised. Hillsdale is... Whoa, I did not mean to do that. Yeah, I inadvertently had Hillsdale just straight up go into Overwatch instead of withdraw, so now Bard is lagging behind. That's no good. I guess other elements of Charlie's squad are gonna slow their retrograde and go into Overwatch, thereby attempting to assist Bard's escape. He is kind of hanging out there in the rear. That's no good. Especially considering the amount of Advent forces that are touching down.
I've got eyes on Advent troops.
Yeah, do you have eyes on Advent troops? Because that's all I'm seeing. Look at that. I mean, everybody in Overwatch, it's just a mess. I mean, of that new batch, we took one down, we did some serious damage to another one. This mech's coming up. Nice pistol shot from Reaper.
Hit the armor!
Oh, what?
No!
No way.
Evac! We need emergency evac! Now, damn it, now!
Bard is panicked. At least he's fallen back, but he's panicked. Understandably so. Charlie's squad leader is down. I repeat, Corky is down.
Menace 1-5, be advised, we've picked up hostile reinforcements inbound on your position.
Being in such close proximity to what just occurred, CJ is in a position to confirm everyone's worst fears with 2 words.
Scanning.
He's gone. Valdez takes command in the field,
On the move.
ordering the troops into defensive positions, from which to cover the withdrawal of the remaining soldiers.
Affirmative. Cover
Namely
now.
Bard, who in a panic has not yet
Covering now.
withdrawn. He's still out there a ways. And until he snaps out of it, there's no knowing how long he'll be out there.
Come get some.
Now CJ, though tempted to take a shot at that mech, decides instead to collect the body of his squad leader
I've got it.
and to take Corky to the lift for the Avenger.
Stepping off.
It's likely the longest walk of his life. Meanwhile, Advent, certainly not content with the damage that they've already inflicted, continue to bring in more reinforcements. It won't be long before they have enough to overrun our positions. The mech springs forward. Reaper fires. Valdez, come on Valdez, put him down. And he does.
Come on.
Thank you, sir.
Target neutralized.
That, of course, was the mech responsible for Corky's death. We are holding,
Kill confirmed.
but the amount of Advent forces just out of range, they're, well, intimidating, to say the least. That soldier fires shots that narrowly miss CJ. And Bard snaps out of it. He's told by his allies to get his ass aboard the lift ASAP. And so, they'll certainly abide. Valdez orders everybody aboard the lift. It's now or never. Reaper, after getting on the lift, takes a shot at that trooper. And it's a hit. Titanium, though he'll remain on the lift, he'll shift positions to establish a clear line of sight on that same trooper. He opens up and puts the trooper down. Valdez gets aboard the lift.
On Overwatch.
So too does Lead.
On your order.
And finally,
Overwatch.
Blackwidow, who sees this as the end of an era.
Scanning.
And so, the lift activates. It's over. The battle is won.
Excellent work, Commander. Looks like the Avenger lives to fight another day.
But it's a stinging victory nonetheless. Suffering the loss of a squad leader, it's not something we take lightly. Nonetheless, promotions are earned. And in terms of those within Charlie's squad, we'll start with Titanium, who earned himself a bonus skill. But in terms of the skill within his class, he's going to choose Field Medic. I think the bonus skill was, what? Lightning hands, lightning reflexes? I think that's what it was. Next, Blackwidow's going to choose Suppression. Next up is CJ, who also earned himself a bonus skill. But in terms of the skill he has to choose, he gets to choose between Shadow Strike or Shadow Step. He's going to go with Shadow Step. That negates enemy overwatch. It's the first one that's directed at him. Next up is Reaper. Between Long Watch and Return Fire, he's going to choose Return Fire. Yep. And last of all is Bard. And Bard, wow, he's going to specialize as a sniper. That means the squad would have 2 snipers. I'm not sure how keen I am on that, but we'll make it work. In terms of material gains, nothing. We managed to save the Avenger, though. So there's that. We didn't give up the ship, but what a hell of a way to kick off the second season. Get shot out of the sky and then repel potential boarders. Oh, there's Bard and CJ. I wonder what they're talking about.
Your old man would be proud of what we've managed to do here. What you've managed to do with this ship.
I just wish he had lived long enough to see us fight back. To know that it wasn't all for nothing.
Trust me, he knows. If there was one thing your father always kept in mind, it was his faith in humanity. He knew we could win, on our own terms.
Now hear this. All hands come to attention for Corporal Frederick Wydra, codename Corky. Born September 11, 1975. Died May 7, 2035. He was 59 years old. Corporal Wydra spent 63 days in service to the renewed XCOM program, over which time he commanded Charlie Squad on 4 missions and is accredited with 7 enemy kills. His epitaph shall read, aggressive to the end, he pushed his squad to overcome all odds, and in doing so saved the Avenger. His unparalleled bravery will never be forgotten. Services will be held in honor of Corporal Wydra tomorrow at 1000 hours at the Avenger Memorial. Those wishing to pay their respects are encouraged to attend. That is all.
And so looking back on any combat, one is compelled to ask, did we make any miscalculations? But with Charlie's squad, it's always been organized chaos. They're consistently overextended, and they rarely take cover. So does that question truly apply to Charlie? Could it ever? It certainly could to Alpha and Bravo, but I'd argue that it doesn't quite apply to Charlie. And we do have some decisions to make. Who will take command of Charlie? And rank and experience will factor into that, but it won't be the only consideration. We also have to add one more soldier to their ranks. And we will do that in the next episode. Until then, this is Automatic for Automatic Games. I appreciate you watching. And as always, if you like this, and if you are subscribed, I will talk to you soon, friends.